Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another Mage Knight highlights video. Today we're going to go through my 5 favorite crying skills. So the first one I've chosen is Puppet Master. Once a turn, either keep one enemy token you defeated this turn or discard one previously kept enemy token. If you discard one, then either get attack at half the strength of its attack value or block at half its armor value, all rounded up. If a token's attack is cold or fire, then so is the attack you get. If the token is cold or fire resistance, then the block you get is of the opposite elemental type. So yeah, this is obviously, as you go through the game, you're going to be defeating quite a few enemies, and having this as a once a turn skill, you can really start compounding the benefits you're getting, not just from the level ups like you usually get, but being able to keep a enemy token and then use it in the next battle, and so on and so forth. And it's a decent benefit, especially as you start progressing through the game and getting towards the stronger enemies, with like fire ice resistance, and yeah, it's quite a complicated skill when you read the block of text, but yeah, it can be incredibly effective, especially in the late game. So yeah, that is the first. The second then is Master of Chaos. When you gain this skill, roll a mana die and mark it with a shield token on the color rolled. Once a turn, you may move the shield token to the next color clockwise to gain, depending on the color, move to blue, block 3, green, move 1, black, cold fire, ranged attack 1, white, influence 2, red, attack 2, and gold, you choose. If you don't use this skill during your turn, then any time before your next turn, you may move the shield token to the next color clockwise. So when I first saw this skill, I thought, yeah, how are you ever supposed to get the benefit you want from it at the right time, given that you're rotating it around, the shield token around, and you have to try and line it up whenever you want it. But as I got more experience with the game, I found it easier to kind of plan out my turn and how a round might go, based on the board layout, and then adjust the shield token depending on what I wanted to achieve on that round. And yeah, it's not as bad as it looks or as it was on my first impression, and oftentimes you can line things up pretty accurately to get what you want from this skill when you want it. So yeah, this is if you can get this skill to work, it can come in really handy, given the variability and the flexibility it can offer. So that is the second one. The third one then is mana enhancement. Once a round, when you spend a mana of a basic color, put the skill token in the center and mark it with a mana token of the same color. Gain a crystal of that color. Until the start of your next turn, any player may choose to return the skill to you face down in order to use the mana token on it. So I just like this skill because yeah, often obviously you spend mana, and you get a crystal of that color, so it really boosts your inventory, and then obviously you get the benefit on the following turn of still being able to use a mana token of that color on the following turn. So yeah, this is just a really useful skill to have, given you're almost always going to be spending mana. So that is the third one. The fourth one then is Battle Frenzy. So once a turn, attack 2, or you may flip this token to get attack 4 instead this turn. If you spend a turn resting, you may flip this token back. So +2, like the +2 attack is really useful, so you can use that on once a turn, consistent attack. So you might get several uses out of that in a round, and then maybe on the final turn of a round, you could just flip it for a +4 attack. And like even the +2, like oftentimes it does make such a big difference, in terms of, yeah, you maybe you don't need to play a card like a determination or some card that gives like a block 2 or attack 2, and you could save the attack from that card either for a subsequent turn or use it as a block. So yeah, it can often be the difference between taking a wound or a number of wounds in a an assault or a battle with an orc or a draconum, and not having to take those. So yeah, it's really, really great skill. And yeah, so that is the fourth one. And then the final one is Shamanic Ritual. Flip this to gain a mana token of any color. You may flip it back as your action for the turn. So this is a great way to get access to mana tokens, and you can really use this to maximize the value you get out of cards like Crystallize. I mean, oftentimes you spend a full turn moving, so you can flip this, get maybe a green or a blue to power March or Stamina. You do your movement, explore whatever you need to do, and then if you're not planning on taking an action, you can take an action to flip this back, and then you have access to another mana. You can maybe flip it to get a blue, which you can then play with Crystallize to get a token into your inventory. So yeah, this offers a lot of flexibility, and yeah, it's definitely one I'm always on the lookout whenever I'm playing with Krang. So yeah, those are the 5 I chose for Krang. Let me know what you would have chosen for your 5 favorite ones with Krang, or if you would have chosen these, or anything different. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and hope you can join again next time. Thank you.